All right, let's go over some tips rolling out. This has become like a new phenomenon now, and the athletes know it. They can feel it. It's why you're doing it. And let's stick with it. Let's use it as a part of our warm-up. Great way to just sort of calm down overexcited tissue or tissue that we're using very often with our workouts. One common area, I mean, without fail, no matter what you're doing, if you're lifting, jumping, running, changing direction, the IT band, the iliotibial tract right there. We call it the outside part of our leg. Let's be simple with it. We want to get the outside part of our leg rolled out. Really just want things to calm down in that area. It's so overactive. It's like the shock absorber for our leg. Let's give it a rest. Let's lengthen it out. Let's break up possibly some scar tissue that's forming in there and give our quads and our hamstrings an opportunity to work a little bit better. I want to give some tips with it so that obviously it does the job that we're asking it to. It's a great way, like I said, to warm up, but also that those effects stay for longer periods of time. Obviously, if it's your first time rolling out, you know how painful it can be, or it will be painful if it's your first time rolling out. But for those that continually do it, it should lessen, especially if we're staying consistent with it. IT band should be consistent. It should be an everyday kind of thing, whether it's typically before workout or at home doing it. You got a foam roller or a heavy med ball doing this stuff, and really that's what I want to talk about next. I love foam rollers. I think they're great. I like med balls better. I'm going to use that instead. If you just have foam rollers, please keep using them. The harder the med ball, the better. Typically, it's got to be a little heavier. So whatever you get your hands on, make sure it's solid. Make sure it's like a rock. All right. What I'm going to start to do again, we'll just go over IT band here. Let's start at the smallest joint, the knee in this case, where the IT band attaches and where it originates. We'll start down by the knee on the soft tissue. Stay off the bone here. Stay off the fibula. We want to take our way all the way up, and obviously to that part of our hip that protrudes right there. Let's work the soft tissue there, and I'll show you a couple tips. Obviously, everyone knows, let's get on it. We're facing sideways. Top leg, I always like putting in front of the leg that's getting worked. Like I said, let's start low, and then obviously we roll and work ourselves high. Okay? Rolling out, finding those adhesions, those trigger points, and just sort of rolling them out. All right? Let's calm down that hyperactive tissue. Just let ourselves sort of melt into it. Now, I want to give you something a little more advanced, a little more demanding. I've got to give you the straight angle right here so that you can see it. What I like to do with these, okay, I want to make sure that I can really get this hip slightly extended so I can really maximize that traction on the IT. I want to get my top leg as high as I can. I want to get this bottom leg, and use your glute, use your hammy to do this. I want to get it extended as best I can. Again, notice the space between the thighs right here. Now, again, I'm going to start, forgive me if I grimace a little bit. I'm going to start down by the knee. I'm going to work my way up. And if I find something exceptionally hot, like right there, I'm going to pause. I'm going to hunker into it. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to hit about 15 leg curls with that involved side, keeping that extension. Breathe through it. Let it melt. And I just do 5 for time's sake, but really that's what we want. We want to get that great extension. You will, without a doubt, feel a difference. No doubt about it. That extension, obviously, that's kind of what our IT band may be inhibiting our hips from doing. It might be inhibiting our glute from working as well as we could. So whether that be for running or you're jumping, or it's really if you're lifting too, that IT band being tight can inhibit your glutes from working as well as they should. So obviously, let's always stay on that. Roll those things out if you just want to get a good 30 seconds of as much pain as you can take on those babies, or if you want to find that hot trigger point, give me about 15, 20, 25 leg curls. There comes a point where it sort of relaxes, but really from what we've seen, about 30 seconds of as excruciating pain as you can take really gets the same effect as 5 minutes does. Now, if you're not quite feeling the same pain, you got to go at least 90 seconds, all right? Like if you're a beginner, it might be a little too tender, use that foam roller. The ball is a lot more aggressive. But find what works for you. Find that time in your day to do it. It doesn't take long, 30 seconds. If you can bear a lot of stress, or 90 seconds if you want a little lighter. You'll get the effect you want. That tightness will melt away a little bit, and now you're ready to continue your warm-up. Have a great workout. Let me know what you think. I want to hear your feedback. I want to see you doing this exercise. I want to see you doing it well. And if you're not doing it well, I promise you, I'll shout you a line back and help you out. Have a great one. Later.